I see your little tongue. Why don't you show everyone? Look at that little tongue. Yes. Oh my god, it's freezing. No, it's burning hot. Just mildly scalding. Perfect. Hey there, friendship. Before you say anything, I know what you're thinking. Why does that girl on the internet look like the bad guy in the Da Vinci Code?
Joshua Meyerowitz discusses the three metaphors of media literacy in his paper, Multiple Media Literacies, and he describes these three media literacy metaphors as a conduit, a language, and a type of setting or environment. In regards to media as a whole, Meyerowitz explains, it is the pervasiveness of a wide array of media, movies, radio, television, computers, and so forth, that has stimulated the debate over how to reconceptualize media in the first place. The media metaphor I am going to focus on is the grammar approach of Meyerowitz's metaphors, and discuss how the medium of YouTube has a language of its own. I will then incorporate it into paraproxemics and parasocial impressions within YouTube. Jenna Marbles is a YouTube sensation, and also is a great example of the utilization of media grammar within YouTube in comparison to a medium like television. The grammar approach to Jenna Marbles can be easily summed up by its production variables and therefore the paraproxemics of her videos. Jenna Marbles' videos are typically of her just sitting directly in front of the camera while talking about whatever she feels like to her audience. This is pretty similar to that of a newscaster who sits directly in front of the camera from the torso up. This type of camera angle gives us a neutral and agreeable view of the person, so we trust what they're saying. This is much different from the angles used in a political commercial, where they typically film from a low angle to give the politician a superior, leader-like feel to the audience. Camera angles are subtle ways of giving us different impressions of who we're looking at, and Jenna Marbles has mastered the neutral, friendly angle for her audience. We are sitting close up to Jenna Marbles, and we are at a personal distance from her, making us perceive her as an authentic media friend of ours. Her video resolution is also something that gives us a personal relationship to her. She started out with a low-end webcam and has moved on up to higher quality cameras, but still not super high definition by any means. Regardless, her video resolution makes her look like she is a real-life person sitting in front of us, and because we are seeing her close up talking directly to us, we consider her a media friend. Her editing is also a major component of the paraproxemics in her videos. There is minimal editing besides the occasional jump cut, which gives us an amateur feel and therefore the personal aspect we look for in our media friends. Her videos are relatively short, about 3 to 10 minutes, which I believe is a good recipe for success in YouTube. They are long enough to get across what she wants to say, but not too long to lose our attention. Something that also gives us a different impression of a YouTuber as opposed to a television show is the sound quality of a video. Meyerowitz explains this to us by stating, media grammar literacy should also involve awareness of the impact of media variables that are not as easily seen, such as the impact of soundtrack elements, different microphone pickup patterns, and sound equalization filters.
I thought I'd keep this thing old school and just film in my office on a camera that doesn't have good audio. Hi, how are you doing today? Are you good? Do you need a snack or anything? You good? Okay.
Basically, YouTubers like Jenna Marbles don't put a lot of focus into this because they emphasize to us their do-it-yourself aesthetics of the videos they upload and come off much more like our own friends because of it. If her videos had extraordinary production value, she probably wouldn't come off as authentic to her viewers. In Meyerowitz's paper, Television and Interpersonal Behavior, he states that Hall's theory of proxemics, however, suggests a possible relationship between perception of interpersonal distance and the framing variable. Hall indicates that at any given interpersonal distance, one sees a specific amount of the other person clearly. Such descriptions may be relevant to television shots. We use these qualities within TV, movies, and YouTube to develop parasocial impressions and relationships with our media friends, and this is widely due to the camera angles and shots described earlier. Irving Goffman has done endless research on our frontstage and backstage selves in social settings. While Jenna Marbles may be somewhat of an actress in her videos, she still comes off as a goofy version of all of our own backstage selves. She doesn't care what she looks like to her viewers and just wants to make them laugh at her own expense. She has very self-deprecating humor, which makes her even more relatable, and on top of that, we often see her house, bedroom, and bathroom covered in dog toys, clothes and makeup, which is obviously a very authentic approach to her filming. We have what we think is a very clear view into her backstage self, and this makes us feel like our own friend is giving us a tour of their lives, or as Kaufman describes as teaming, aka the YouTubers teaming themselves with us. This is much different than a politician speaking directly at us as an audience, because Jenna Marbles speaks to us like we are her closest confidant. Even if there is an even farther back region of Jenna Marbles that she keeps hidden from her viewers, she still has a vlog channel to give viewers the impression that we really are seeing it all. Her camera angles in her vlog are super close up and personal, and it looks like we're following her around in our everyday life. This framing variable creates a mediated distance between us and Jenna Marbles because of how close she chooses to film herself for the viewers. Therefore, this creates a distortion of reality for us because we believe we are with her as a close friend due to the angles she chooses to use. Jenna Marbles is a great example of a YouTuber who utilizes paraproxemics through her camera angles, video quality, and backstage impressions to give the viewer a feeling of a close parasocial and media friend relationship. She gives us the impression that we are there with her through her use of this personal spatial zone and lack of major production value in all of her videos, especially her vlog channel. This makes it very easy for her viewers to find her authentic and to easily relate to her.